Hello and welcome to INFO.streams from APT Skidata, where we take a look at the products, services and features available from APT Skidata and show you how you can use these to get the most out of your parking operation and the best experience for your customers. In this session we're going to be taking a look at some examples where service calls could be avoided. A service call is a disruption for your operation. It means the machine is out of service, your operation becomes less efficient and your customer journeys get interrupted, leading to unhappy customers. However, we see examples where when a service call is placed and an engineer attends site, that service call could have been avoided either by a simple first line task or by simple maintenance. In this session we're going to be taking a look at the 5 most common examples we see and how they can be avoided. Engineers often arrive to site to a breakdown to find out that the fault is actually down to dirt build-up within the device. During normal operations, coders, coin testers, note readers and chip and pin units will take in dirt either from people handling the ticket or from dust in the environment, or in the case of coders, they naturally build up dust during their ticket production. This can lead to blocked sensors, jammed transport mechanisms, and can often make the machine behave as if it's faulty, where the fault can be solved simply by a blowout of the dust with an air duster and a wipe over of the internals with an IPA wipe. This should be done at regular intervals, as well as reactive when the machine starts displaying faults or problems. Simple cleaning regime will help you avoid a lot of machine breakdowns at your facility. APT Skidata service desk can offer you cleaning kits, which includes all the components you need to clean the devices, as well as instructions on how to carry out these cleans. In our second example, it's sometimes the case that engineers arrive on site and find out that a piece of equipment has been mishandled and damaged. This can lead to broken fitments, damaged connections, broken wiring within the device. If a device is mishandled and not fitted correctly as part of the operating process, it can cause disruptions to programming and internal components. All of these can be avoided by doing 2 things. Firstly is being a bit more careful when you're in the machine. Take a bit more time when you're fitting, focus on what you're doing, and you'll avoid these damages. The second one is when you are removing or fitting components, make sure that you follow the operating process of fitting those components. Our third example, sometimes it's the case where an engineer is called out. An operating process simply hasn't been followed. Either the coin or note boxes have not been fitted correctly, hoppers have been loaded incorrectly, some cases with the wrong currency, or in some extreme cases tickets have been fitted incorrectly, resulting in them not printing correctly. Again, with all of this, it's simply avoided by following process. And if you do observe the fault, go and check that somebody who's worked on the machine previously has followed that process as well. Number plate recognition cameras need a clear view of the number plate as it approaches the lane. However, we often find cases where engineers are called to site and the reason the number plate recognition camera isn't working is because there is something blocking its view. A few examples of this we've seen are shopping trolleys, weeds, rubbish and litter, people who have decided to stand in front of the camera. We've even seen examples where the staff on site have left road cones and other traffic control measures in front of the camera, thus blocking the view. This is a very simple check. Just go out and look at the camera and make sure there's nothing interfering with its view before that service call is logged and the service call can be avoided. And our final tip to avoid a service visit is to carry out a controlled shutdown and restart of the device. By doing this, the device will reset all of its components, it will clear any existing fault states and recheck all of its components as it restarts. So this is a great way of ensuring that everything in the machine is behaving as it should be. To carry out this, it's simple. On your entry and exit columns, simply power the device off, wait a few seconds and power the device back on. For your automatic payment machines, go into the service menu, select the shutdown option and then power the device off and power it back on again. You'll find in a number of cases this will clear the issue that the machine is experiencing. So there you have it. There are 5 examples of how you can avoid having your machine out of service for an unnecessary amount of time and potentially save yourself some cost on service visits. All of the processes we've talked about we have documentation available on how to carry them out, as well as sample lists of first line checks and first line maintenance schedules. If you'd like training on how to carry out any of the tasks we've talked about, contact training@aptskidata.co.uk, and we have a number of training courses available to cover these first line checks. If you'd like to learn more about APT Skidata products and services, contact inquiries@aptskidata.co.uk, and you can follow us on Twitter @Skidata Parking, and you can find us on LinkedIn APT Skidata Limited. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video.